There's some intriguing things that fans have discovered about Alexa Bliss and Bianca Belair, so we'll see what's new there. We'll also check out what has fans freaking out over the Royal Rumble poster, and more. Let's start things off with some discoveries coming out of the Alexa Bliss versus Bianca Belair title match. Now, this match was advertised a few weeks in advance, so everyone knew this match was coming. Well, one fan on Twitter went viral when they posted a movie clip from Scary Movie 3, where one of the characters was fighting with a crazy demon woman. The fan captioned the movie clip by saying that's how the Bianca Belair versus Alexa Bliss match will look on Raw. It was a funny tweet and it picked up a lot of attention online. It also picked up so much buzz that it looks like Bianca Belair and Alexa Bliss even took notice and loved the post from the fan. If you watch the match back, Bianca Belair and Alexa Bliss recreated several spots from that Scary Movie 3 fight scene during their actual match on Raw. Fans put both clips side by side, and you could see how Bianca and Alexa literally just recreated several big moments and spots from that movie fight. So it was pretty cool to see Bianca and Alexa take a funny tweet from a fan and actually turn it into reality and work it out during a live match. As noted before, it appears that Bianca Belair and Alexa Bliss's feud will continue, but obviously Alexa will become an even bigger threat now within the storyline and feud. The January 2nd edition of Alexa Bliss was basically still under the tweener category. Sure, she smashed the vase over Bianca Belair's head and did some horrible things to her in the weeks leading up to the match, but Alexa still wasn't a full-blown heel. She was still in the middle of a transition period. The January 2nd edition of Raw and that big moment there at the end of the match appeared to finish the job and fully turn Alexa Bliss heel. There's no more hiding it. There's no more transition period. Alexa Bliss permanently snapped during the closing moments of this match and is possessed to get that title from Bianca Belair. So now is when their feud will actually kick off for real, since we've now seen the full heel turn from Alexa. So maybe another title match at Royal Rumble is a big possibility. Obviously, the overarching elephant in the room here for this story is the question of when will we actually see the reunion or payoff between Alexa Bliss and Bray Wyatt? No one really knows. Everyone thought we would get a big moment for this story on the January 2nd episode, and technically we did. Alexa saw those few Howdy masks, and she is now permanently snapped. So something big did happen, but fans are obviously interested in seeing the actual reunion between Bray and Alexa. There's a lot of obstacles in the way for Alexa and Bray's return. They're obviously both heavily involved and busy with their own storylines and opponents right now. Then you also have the fact that they're on separate brands, and the next draft isn't rumored to take place until after WrestleMania 39. So that's a big problem. Then you also have the fact that their characters are also in two separate positions. Bray Wyatt has been nothing but a major babyface since he returned to WWE. But like we just saw on the January 2nd edition of Raw, it was Bray Wyatt and Howdy's influence that turned Alexa Bliss heel. So how exactly could we see a reunion between Alexa and Bray when one of them is a heel and the other is a babyface? Those are all very good questions to ask. The Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss reunion was teased and hinted at for the first time back in November's Crown Jewel event. That was the very first teaser. So this reunion has been teased and hinted at for over 2 months now. Everyone understands the slow burn method of storytelling, and it's highly effective when used properly, such as the Uncle Howdy storyline. Sure, it's been going on since October, but the story constantly gives us significant pieces of content to keep pushing the story forward and keep us wanting more, so there's no issue there. But Alexa's story is in danger of following into that repetitive route, so they gotta be careful there. It's sort of like the build-up to The Fiend versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania 37. Bray wasn't on television for the entire build-up for that match. So it was obviously in those last few weeks that they just ran out of ways to keep the story going. Alexa would say the same few lines to Randy Orton, and he would cough up the black liquid every single week for a long time. And it was frustrating for the viewer because the story wasn't progressing, and we were just seeing the same sort of segment week in and week out to buy time until WrestleMania 37. So they gotta be careful not to recreate that issue here with Alexa's current story. For the last few weeks here, we've seen the same sort of thing take place. Alexa sees the logo and snaps into her dark, twisted persona. That's been going on for a long time now, and we just got the big heel turn, so that'll buy some time. But that's still the big question. How long until we see this massive payoff of Alexa joining Bray or Howdy? If they're waiting until Royal Rumble, that seems possible and reasonable. They can probably stretch things out and make it to the Rumble. But if they're waiting to pair them back up in the draft, it's hard to imagine this story being dragged on for another 4 months. So it's not to sound impatient, as long as constant and fresh progression is going on with Alexa Bliss, then it's more than fine. But if it starts to get too repetitive, fans are just going to become very impatient for the reunion. So we'll see how Alexa and Bray's stories continue to unfold, and how they'll eventually tie together like everyone expects them to. Royal Rumble season is in full effect. Participants in the Royal Rumble match are slowly being announced. Tons of rumored returns are on the horizon, and there'll be much more excitement going around that will carry right into WrestleMania season. Well, one piece of Royal Rumble promotional material is starting to catch a lot of attention from the fans. And this piece of material is the official poster for the Royal Rumble event. The poster contains everything that you usually expect from a Royal Rumble poster. It has a bunch of superstars, and the biggest superstars are more in the forefront of the graphic. But placed all over the background of the graphic is a whole bunch of lightning. What's the significance about lightning in this graphic? Well, lightning and electricity is generally often related back to The Rock. His nickname and title is literally the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. His graphics, his entrance videos, and everything related to him within WWE always has some sort of lightning and electricity attached to it. So fans are wondering if this could be WWE's way of confirming, or at least teasing, a potential appearance from The Rock at Royal Rumble. Some fans think it's a reach, and it very well could be, but we can't forget that WWE last did this back in October. The graphics for October's Extreme Rules event was filled with lanterns and fireflies in the background, and people wondered if that was hinting at Bray Wyatt's return. Turns out that's exactly what those lanterns and fireflies were meant to signify, because Bray Wyatt did return at that show. So, is that the same situation here? Could the lightning on the Royal Rumble poster be a huge tease for The Rock's WWE return after all? What are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.